I'm not a welder, never said I was. I'm an expert, I watched a YouTube video. So. GM told her that they need a special tool to remove all this. So far I've used a 10 mil and a 13. So you heard this thing pull in, fans going, engine lights on. It's got some issues. 2020 Blazer. It's one of our family members there. They had a job for this, quote at like $2,300 to replace the thermostat. Thermostat's stuck open, so the fans are on, the AC doesn't work. Like, kind of kills the whole car. So today I'm just gonna throw a thermostat in, and I bought the parts. Cost me like $400, and I probably won't charge her anything for the labor, so 400 instead of 2,300. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah, we'll get at her. Oh yeah, spend half an hour trying to find the thing. So kind of the unique and stupid thing about this, the thermostat is not like your common thermostat in a normal place. It's under the whole intake manifold, so that's all gotta come off. You gotta unplug everything just to get to it, and then I'll show you what we're dealing with under there. I'm an expert, I watched a YouTube video. Alright, I got that first top cover off, so now start looking for some, yeah, that one. Be careful with all these sensors so I don't break those. That one. 4. 1, 2. And GM told her that they need a special tool to remove all this. So far I've used a 10 mil and a 13. Right, so under here we'll find the thermostat. I will say it is buried down here, but it's nothing we can't get. So since I don't own this car, I'm gonna cover these all up. I don't know what we got for pressure here. A little bit. That one was 10. Alright, she's leaking. So yeah, the thermostat's over there. Then there's a tube that goes all the way over this side. And I want to say there's a bolt on that tube I gotta loosen off so you can kind of lift up the tube and get the thermostat off. How do you get this out? Just pull on it? I don't know if you can see it, but there's that tube and there's that tin. I took the wrong one out. I just took that one out. I need to take that one out. You can see it from over here. It might be hard to get to. No, I got it. Don't have to replace the coolant temp sensor, but to get at it, you have to go through everything I just did. So for 20 bucks, you might as well replace it. Just trying to get the plug off without breaking it here. I'll put the new one in. Alright, so I got the thermostat back in. I'm gonna spray that new O-ring with some Windex or something to hopefully have it slide in a little easier. Okay. I guess that's it. Alright, so they want you to replace all these gaskets. And 6 of these. I guess they're one-time use, or that's what they lie and tell you anyway. Oh my god, the bags they put these in. Okay. They're on. And everything else is good. Okay. So I'm going to take this thing for a little run and see if it comes up to temperature. Watch that temp needle go back down, fluctuate up and down. Tells you it's working. Already the AC is working and that was disabled. But I also cleared the light, so just because it's working doesn't mean it's going to continue to work. Because if the engine light comes back on, then it might kick off. But right now, seems fine. And yeah, that temperature needle, it's just below half. And I had it idling in the driveway. It's like 25 degrees out. It was idling in the driveway probably 15 minutes to bleed the coolant. This thing just self-bleeds, so there's nothing you gotta do but wait. Yeah, I'll drive it around. Then I'll park it in the driveway, let it run. Make sure she's not leaking. Shut it off for half hour. Flash it back up, and if it's good, it's good. All good so far. And that AC feels nice and cold, so that's good. Now what originally happened, apparently she took this in to get the AC charged before a trip or whatever. And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. Bring it in and then find out that, well, it's not your AC that's not, well, your AC is not working, but it's not working because of another problem, which was this thermostat thing. So thermostat was stuck open. Just felt a shake there, but I think that's like a suspension thing. Anyway, yeah, so it wasn't working, but it was because of this thermostat. So they quoted her like $2,300 or whatever it was, which is crazy. And maybe that's what it costs, but I mean, I just did it in about an hour and a half, taking my time, listening to a podcast in the garage by myself with no hoist. And an hour and a half later, I'm here driving it. No leaks, not overheating, the AC's working for the cost of probably, well, just the parts, which was less than 400 bucks. And the problem is that, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you got the thermostat, and then you had that big like 1.5 or 1 inch crossover tube going across the top of the engine to the other side. Well, maybe in the book on how to replace it, you have to remove, make sure there's no cars coming. You got to remove that to get the thermostat out. You don't, you just got to slide it over a bit, but you have to get that hidden 10 mil bolt out. But thing's in 4-wheel drive. That's why she felt funny. There, now it's in 2-wheel. Anyway, so if I had to take that tube out, what you'd have to do, you got to remove both fuel rails on both sides, front and back, and then you got to replace all those O-rings and everything. So like just the O-rings for that fuel rail that I didn't have to remove to fix this was over $300 plus an hour labor, so 150, 300, 450 bucks for something that you didn't even have to do to fix it. So anyway, normally, not that normally I wouldn't do something for like somebody in the family or whatever, but you know, if it was a reasonable price, I'd be like, yeah, just get them to do it. But when I heard $2,300, like, man, that's nuts. That's enough to ruin someone's summer. Like, say goodbye to all your plans that you had, because now you gotta fix a thermostat in your car. We're, I don't know, 5 minutes into this drive and seems fine. Finally got a nice sunny day. Man, it's been raining here forever. I got that Blazer running. It seems to be fine. I mean, I drove it around probably 20 kilometers. Yeah, it didn't overheat. Fan didn't come on. AC worked. Transmission has a horrible shudder, but she's like, oh yeah, it's been doing that for 2 years, so it's nothing that I did, but yeah, it's a whole another problem there. But yeah, thermostat fixed. It was not a $2,300 job. It was a $400 job that took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now I got this weed eater that I've had for quite a while, and recently it kept losing spark. It would be working fine, and then it would just die, almost as if you hit the kill switch. And then, you know, I'd give up on it the next day, try it again, it would start, run. So I'm wondering if the coil was bad and it was getting hot and turning on, or whatever, dying. So then I bought another coil off Amazon, which I might have thrown that in the woods already. I don't know where it is, but I put that on and didn't work. It's almost like the timing was like it was firing through the curb instead of. So that didn't work. So then I put the original one back on and found that the little, like the part that goes on your spark plug, this here, this is from actually the Amazon one. I kept it in case I need it for something else. I found that that was, it just ripped through this wire. So I was like, oh, okay, so I snipped the wire, made a clean spot, put it back through. Still wouldn't work. And you can't unscrew these wires from the coil, so it's kind of like, you know, once your wire gets too short, it's too short and doesn't reach the plug and you can't use it. So the coil I bought didn't work. The old coil doesn't work anymore. It randomly will, but basically it doesn't. The rest of it's good. Like, this is a brand new carburetor from Amazon, so that was like 20 bucks. Coil, which was like, wasn't that expensive, but I don't want to buy another one. For the price of these new, like, I got my use out of this one, and I can salvage the parts off it if any of them fit the new one. I think I'm just going to go buy a new weed eater, and yeah, this will now be a parts one. I think I'm going to go get that. I don't know if you buy them in a box and I gotta build it, or if you buy them set up with gas in them ready to cut. I have no idea, so I'm gonna go find that out. Bring that home, probably weed eat a bit around the yard. And I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but yeah, I got quite the list. I went for a little bike ride a couple days ago. It was like an overnight ride, did like 1,800 kilometers. So I came home to a bit of a list of things I gotta do. Cut the grass, weed eat, clean the bike, clean the garage, buy a weed eater apparently. So I'm gonna go buy a weed eater and probably go buy some gas. My opinion on weed eaters is buy a good one. Some people buy a new weed eater every year for $100 at Walmart, or you just go spend $300 or $350 or whatever it is. Buy it once. Look at my hat. I got a new one. It's a little bit bigger than the one I had before, but they don't make the one I had before. And they gave me a hat and 4 years warranty. So now I gotta go do some trimming. Alright, so I got home, got the new weed eater. Guess we'll try it out. So this new one, like the head at the bottom is completely different and redesigned. It's got like an easy start thing on it that you like, I don't know, you pull it and you don't feel a compression, then all of a sudden it starts. This one has like bicycle handles or whatever they call it. These ones have like the big handle on it like that, where my other one just had that little one. Alright, weed eater works. Now it looks just as used as the old one. That exterior there, it's got an exhaust leak to the point that the engine light's on because it's leaking in front of the O2 sensor, I think. So I'm going to pull that in and see if I can find the leak. It's back here. There, now you can barely hear it. And then I take this off. I'm not a welder, never said I was. Definitely got a good leak. Exhaust is fixed-ish. There's still a little bit of a noise, but I'm not putting a whole new exhaust on it. There was just that one big pinhole that was like the size of a dime. Plug that up and I'll let you hear it. I gave the thing a wipe down too. It was super dirty, so take a look at this. I think it's fixed. I'm gonna back that Mustang back in here. There's something going on with it. The wiring for the headlights, which is actually the voltage regulator, all that, it's out of a car that just has like the warning light or battery charging light on the dash, where the car and the dash, maybe the dash wiring, I don't really know, it has the actual needle for the to show you that it's charging. And because of that, apparently it won't charge the battery. So I've been running, I didn't really notice it until the other day, but I've only ever driven it like a 10-minute drive. So you drive it around, drains the battery, it won't start again warm. So anyway, I'm gonna back that in. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today, but I'm at least gonna get it back in here because we're supposed to get a thunderstorm in about an hour and a half. Alright, so I got the car in here and I did a few tests that I heard I could do to try to figure out what the problem was, but I'll show you what the problem is now. I took apart the alternator and it's all busted and I need a new one. Stud right here, the reason I took it apart, this stud, which is the one that goes to the starter relay, like to charge the battery, I think it was loose and just spinning around, so I'm hoping that was my problem, but anyways, I guess I'll order a new one. I think that'll be it for this video. Super random. I just had a bunch of things I had to do and I got like half of them done. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Later.